Hey guys, Anthony Scott here, ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are taking a look at NECA's newly released Disney's Gargoyles Armored Xanatos Ultimate Figure that Entertainment Earth was kind enough to send along. To buy, make sure to click off our links in the YouTube description or hyperlinks off of ToyHypeUSA.com, which will give you 10% off any in-stock item and free shipping on any US order of $79 plus. Armored Xanatos comes in a window box with an opening flap, and this box is bigger compared to the standard Xanatos figure, as this is a bigger, bulkier figure. The artwork, which you see on the cover here, has the Gargoyles castle and the moon as the backdrop, and the artwork is just fantastic. On the sides, you have some images of the figure. Here is the other side. And on the back, you have some additional images and a look at some additional figures that are also available in this line. And on top, you have a description. Here's a look at the window box here, showcasing an image of the figure on the left. And on the right, he is packaged inside a plastic tray. On the bottom are all the names of the amazing, talented people at NECA responsible for bringing this figure together. And here's a look at the top of the box. Here's a look at Xanatos and the wings and all the accessories inside their plastic trays. I'm going to take these out of the packaging now, and let's take a closer look. Here is your in-hand look at Armored Xanatos, or the Steel Clan leader, as he was called in the series. The figure is a repaint from the Steel Clan robot that was previously offered, and that is an army builder character. This one, however, has Xanatos inside the armor, and when the Gargoyles first encountered this particular robot, they did not realize that Xanatos was inside the armor. Goliath thought he was just fighting another robot. So that's a little bit of an interesting take on that. I just rewatched the episode for the first time since the late 1990s, as I haven't seen Gargoyles really since the late 90s. So it was really a treat to watch it again on Disney Plus, if anyone is interested. So, again, here is your in-hand look at the figure. He's given metallic red deco armor, some dark gray armor with a very nice metallic wash on there, some light gray deco as well, and some metallic silver deco, making up the bulk of the deco on this figure. He is big and bulky, and not solely based on the animated series. So, NECA is kind of doing their own thing with this line. Modernizing the sculpts and appearances a little bit, and I think they're doing a great job. The likenesses and everything else really works for it. Here's a look at the other side. As I'm turning him around, you'll see he's a little wobbly. He really does need his tail to help him stand better, but I have not applied the tail or the wings yet, so I wanted to show you guys what he looks like without it. Here's a look at the wings and the tail attached. These work the same way as the Steel Clan robot, as this is basically just a repaint. The wings are painted in a metallic red deco and dark gray, which is very nicely done. The tail in the back is given a metallic red deco, and this is a bendy tail, so you can bend it either ways to help him stand. The tip of the tail is not sharp, so it's a little bit dull on there, which is good. Here's a closer look at the head sculpt. The character was designed by Xanatos with Goliath in mind, so it has Goliath's likeness on here with the hair and the face and everything, as well as the big bulky sculpt. The Steel Clan leader is also fully articulated, or Armored Xanatos, whatever you prefer to call him. His articulation is the same as the Steel Clan robot, and basically the same as other Ultimate Gargoyle figures. He includes a double jointed head, so there's two range of motions in the neck, swivel hinged shoulders, swivel biceps, double hinged elbows, swivel hinge wrists, double jointed torso, ball jointed hips, double jointed knees, good range of motion on there as well. The ankles are swivel hinge ankles here, hinge toes. And as far as the wings, these are swivel joints here. And on the back, swivel hinge joints. The tail, as I said before, is bendy, and it also has a swivel hinge joint. I forgot to include there are hinged shoulder pads here, which can be raised and lowered as shown. They can also stay in position. He includes all of the accessories which you see here, including 4 sets of interchangeable hand sculpts, 2 arm cannons, 3 blast effects, and the interchangeable head of Xanatos, as well as a neck piece which was placed between the figure and the Xanatos head. Here's the first pose with these hands. Here is another pose. These are his open grip hands. You can slide an accessory through the hands. However, he doesn't come with anything to slide through these hands, so I basically find these hands pointless, but he does come with them. Here's a look at his closed fisted hands, which works extremely well for the character, especially when he punches. Here is another pose. Here's a look at his 4th and final interchangeable hands. These are open hands with the fingers sculpted apart. Here is another pose. Just like the Steel Clan robot, he comes with 2 arm cannons, which you put on the forearm there. You remove the soft plastic piece and insert the arm cannon as shown. And it works with either of the 4 sets of interchangeable hands, so you can mix and match to your delight. Here's a look at both of the arm cannons. These are the same and plug into the forearms as shown. Here we have another pose of both of the arm cannons. I also went ahead and put on the blast effects. They are on the bottom of his feet as well as his back. Here's a look at the back. These work the same way as the Steel Clan robot. Here is another pose. Ideally, you can put them on a flight stand or something, but I will just leave them on the ground like this. Here's one last look of the blast effects. This is how I connected them. And here is a look at the back. Here's a look at the interchangeable head sculpt. This head is the same that came with the Xanatos figure in his human form, other than this armor here. So you get the same head and this neck piece, which you put on first and then you put the head on. The head is obviously much smaller than the armor, as this robot is supposed to be much bigger and bulkier. And it fits on very well. What I did was I used a hairdryer just to soften up everything, and then I swapped it out. That's usually the best way to do it. Here is a look at the back. Here's a comparison with the Xanatos figure. As I said, it's the same head sculpt. Here's a comparison with the Steel Clan robot. As I said, the Steel Clan robot is an army builder, so it might be best for you to buy multiples. I only got one. I haven't bought a second one, but, well, that's just for now. If I ever see one on sale or something, I might grab it. And the Steel Clan leader, also called Armored Xanatos. You only need just one of those, as Xanatos is inside the armor. Here is one last look at the 2 figures with the same head sculpt. As you can see, it is a complete repaint from each other. However, the piece around Armored Xanatos' head is retooled, so at least that is new. But the bulk of the sculpt is the same. These guys won't come with closed wings, as you didn't see them in the cartoon, but you can close up the wings this way a little bit just to get them to stand side by side. It's really the best way to do it. Thank you again to Entertainment Earth for sending along for a review. It's greatly appreciated. My recommendation would be to pick them up. You could do so now at Entertainment Earth for 10% off, which would kick the price down to $34.19. So that's a bit of a savings. And free shipping, USA or orders only, at $79 plus. You could find the links in the YouTube description or the hyperlinks off of toyhypeusa.com. I am Anthony Scott. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more coverage and reviews.